me see if I can clear this out a little bit. Look up this, I'm gonna spill something on this, but I hope y'all can see that at least enough anyway. As you can see if it's a light. Yeah, it's just a light, it's not. Okay. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see this. Give me 1 second. Nah, I guess I can't do that either. I thought there was a way to turn on a light. If anybody knows how to turn on a light or whatever, let me know. But this is actually water. I mean, I don't know how well y'all can see that, but always end up out of water. And don't y'all notice that? Brooklyn, Jersey, Northeast Connecticut, Southeast, they always end up out of water. I've been around my whole life. Literally. Even in Virginia, we're around water. From the time we were kids. I'm just gonna over here and light a little bit more, y'all can see better. There's some beautiful water and it goes out to the channel out there, if y'all can see. It's a lot of water. A lot of water. Beautiful. No tranquil. Okay. Said a lot of things, saw a lot of things, a lot of progress is going on. Everybody talking about Umar. Like Kevin Samuels. Huh? That's the talk. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that worked out. Somebody came with the car lights and that. Maybe that'll be this. Nah, that's something. Hold on, I'll show y'all the other side. Over here. This the other side. And it'll be like a lot of mallards and all kinds of stuff. Mallards and ducks, rabbits apparently. I saw a second rabbit today, but I wasn't quick enough to pull out my camera to catch him. There's a lot of talk about this Kevin Samuels, and that should be, you know, the portion of our culture that like to keep shit going and drama going. That's all they do is they, you know, as soon as something comes out like this, they pulverize it. I even do my little fucking bit in it too, so, you know, I ain't innocent either. The problem is, they trying to tear down Kevin Samuels. So I gotta ask Umar who sent you. I see what's really going on. Y'all believe me with a lot of things I say. Y'all wanna take a walk with me? Come on, let's take a walk. Y'all don't believe me with a lot of things I say about some of these things that happen, and I understand why you wouldn't believe me. It's because pure simple the fact, hold on, I'm gonna turn this around. I can understand why you wouldn't. Ooh, shit. I'm about to fall and shit. Y'all turn the camera around. In 2 seconds, y'all can see my ugly mug. There we go. The only reason you guys don't understand, and I get it now, is because pure simply this. You guys don't understand because you've never been in the business. And a lot of the assumptions that float around from a lot of different people are right sometimes, but the problem is they're right in portions. You understand what I'm saying? See, probably about 5 years ago, I say, not very long ago, probably about 5 years ago. Well, about 5 years ago, what happened was you had a lot of people that were in the entertainment business, and what started happening was, I'm sorry, I'm walking way too fast, right? I'm bumping and everything. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna cut these headphones off. All right. I got a Samsung phone. I got real good fucking audio. Y'all let me know if that's better. If y'all type something in or something like that, let me know. All right, sorry about that. I know that probably was banging and like click, 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 click. It's unbearable. Well, a couple years back, about 5, 6 maybe, people started investing into what was going on online. I'll cut my headphones off. Started investing into what was going on online. And what I mean by investing, I mean this. They started watching how the guys were moving or whatever. And it came around the ascension of the time the guys like me wasn't needed no more. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, and if you're trying to get into the industry, you should listen to this, because I'm telling you something that it took me years to learn. What happens is, when these guys came in from the industry and started paying attention to what was going on the internet, what happened was they said, okay, this is gonna be the next wave, so how can we twist it? How can we take control and try to monetize a little bit off of this? That's why you started seeing people that were once on the internet, like YouTube and shit like that. They started getting on TV shows. Did y'all not notice how that influx happened very quickly? If you wasn't paying attention, it happened very, very, very quickly. And these reality stars, then they went to rappers, then they went to this normal bras that were feisty, then ex-wives of famous people. Listen, the provisions for this shit is getting lower and lower and lower. You know what I mean? The prerequisites are crazy. What do I have to do? Are you a thought? Have you ever been one? You know? Are you a total asshole that just lives off women? You know what I mean? You know, you one of those guys? Let me tell you something. In my whole battle with homelessness, you know, it's still kind of still in it. But with my whole battle with that, I had numerous women offering that come stay with them. I never went with them. You know why? Not because of pride, but I had a little bit to do with it. But not because of pride, but more so because of just pure, simple intuition that told me that wouldn't end good in the position I was in. They got for me. I'm walking through a little dark tunnel real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure nobody ain't out here, no rats. All right, I'm good. What happened was, I probably could have took up probably like 9 or 10 offers or whatever, to all those women that offered me that, thank you. But they are asshole men out here. I know them. I know a few of them. Don't give a hell about a woman. You know, they are who they are. You know? And there's nothing I could do to change them per se. You know? And in some instances, it's good to have dudes around like that because they're able to identify a thought real quick, quicker than I can. I'm talking about them intricate thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chicks that just, they know, that's all they know is how to get a motherfucker. How do I get down from here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, there's that. Wow, they started doing construction over here? I didn't know that. I'm sorry, y'all bucket. They like, if y'all can see what I can see, hold on, let me show y'all. Hold on 1 second. There we go. See what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shit, where this put? They must have just put that up because the shit ain't even together. See what I mean? It's like everywhere. So they just put that out. Usually I can walk right past through there. So I guess I got to go around here now. Oh, that's crazy. So let me get back to what I was talking about. Let me turn this camera back around and we'll figure the rest of that out in a second. All right. So what started happening was, as you saw more and more interaction and intervention from the music industry, going into now the YouTube world, and more importantly, I'll put it this way. You saw Leor. Hey, Leor. He's up at YouTube now. In fact, one of the guys that we ended up, well, my ex-boss ended up interviewing, and I had the gracious opportunity to be at almost every filming there was, and I would have still been there if it would have been for this COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Prez. You know what I mean? Real friend. I love that guy. Genuinely, I love that guy. But, nevertheless, that's another conversation. All these companies started coming in and they started saying, okay, what can we do to survey the YouTube world? What can we do to get over? What can we do to penetrate it? Like I know. Offer them some money and offer them some of the things that we know, all the tactics that they think, and throw a twist on it. We're not gonna teach them the real shit. We're gonna teach them a partition. And I know when I see it, because they taught it to us. So you understand what I'm saying? Imagine me the apprentice of what y'all call witches and warlocks and shit like that. And y'all call it whatever y'all want to. Some of it does have some symmetry to it. But Call it whatever you will. Point I'm getting at is, a lot of these YouTubers that you have now, their top peak, have been taught by people in the industry. And Umar Johnson would happen to be one of those. Let me tell you how I know. The first time, the only time I met Umar Johnson was in Harlem. And I met him by the accompaniment, and hey, I can sit right here. I met him by chance because of interaction from someone else, okay? And that would be before FLOYD used to record me. He had that interaction with him, so it was easy for me to bring up a conversation because of that. So I started talking to him, and I talked to him probably for like 2.5 seconds. It wasn't very long. And I just got a vibe. You know, you walk up on somebody, you just don't feel comfortable around them. That's how I felt around him. And I said, you've been around us before. I always know. We know when to see our own. Like, if it's I'm gonna put it this way. Say it's Memorial Day weekend down in Miami, right? And you walking around, and you run into who is soon to become Trinidad James, the star, okay, the star. And he was a star in his own right. Let's not get it messed up. That kid was a star. That kid had a hit record. And even though he's a one-hit wonder, there's a whole bunch of other one-hit wonders that y'all throw on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? It should have been going a long time ago. Like this Migos thing, that's about to be over. Backhand, you know, all that shit. That shit is over in a minute. But I'll get into that in a minute. It used to be every 5 years, shit would change with a trend. And because the sound and the creators are so fucking desolate, nowadays it takes a lot longer. But it's coming. And I'm at the head of the steer of it. This whole shit about to change. I'm not trying to say it's gonna go back to some boom bap rap shit, like some goofy shit like that. It's not gonna happen like that. But what is gonna happen is you're gonna see a desperation for people to create other shit. I saw this kid on World Star this other day. I don't know if you got sure. He's trying to emulate with which homeboy's name? I'm gonna ride downtown. The one that was I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. He was Jesus Christ, like giving a devil a lap dance. I never watched the fucking video, so I don't know. Y'all gotta give me a break here. That cocksucker, literally. Anyway, that guy. There's a guy trying to emulate him and imitate him now because of the success. See, I don't put no interest into the music no more. Y'all just put interest into the success. And this is the same thing that they've learned. And people that expert in the, what's the name of the industry. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ray Sherman and all them dad, I learned this from Zoe Williams, was actually in the business and used to run with Zoe Williams in there. I never knew that. I never met the man. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. These motherfuckers learned from these crooked motherfuckers, and they ran the crooked game or like a crooked motherfucker. And then when shit started getting low, because there ain't no money. See, the reason it's so easy for the business now is because y'all understand there ain't no money in the shit. That's the secret they won't tell you. There ain't no money in this shit. When the pie get divided down, residuals go out. You know where you can make some money at? I just told somebody this, my homegirl, Suburban AMZ. I told her, I said, yo, you can make residuals off licensing the video games. And I also would tell people to do this. Get involved in this thing that they have going on. I forgot what the exact acronym is for it, because I learned something about it for a week ago. But as I'm learning about it, this type of value you can put on a song, the shit like that, even remixing the song, is a work. And with that known, fuck BMI and ass cap. I said it. You fuckers are done too. The music game has not had money in it in the past 10 years, I would say, okay? It might even be longer than that. But the music game has had no money, has had no factor, has had no nothing. All right, and the reason because of this is because they got rid of the physical disc. The physical disc was where they made their money. Now, I mentioned this before to y'all, and I mentioned it to y'all again. There was a company called Napster, for some of y'all that younger know, or some of y'all forgot. But Napster was a file sharing a peer-to-peer network. And this peer-to-peer network, what they did was they would actually just sit there and they would share songs amongst each other. Later on, the guy that you know, Steve Jobs, implemented what they were doing and turned it into his own thing, which is now Apple Store and iTunes. It was, it's actually very sad because those guys got brought in front of a congressional hearing for that. Y'all listen up to this. I'm trying to give y'all I'm giving y'all shit from really in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask nobody to donate to me or nothing like that. God knows I need it. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like getting on the mic. So I said, all right, let me jump on here real quick, say my little piece, and I'll be out. You know what I mean? So listen, at least. Listen. You know, if you got any questions, type them in. I'll answer them, all that. You know what I mean? One of the problems was when they got rid of the physical disc, those physical discs were worth on the market even at hash value, meaning like, the single or the song or the album or the double disc or the deluxe edition or the other editions and shit like that. That's where they used to make their money from. See, those would cost you anywhere in the range of $10. They would never usually depreciate any less than $7. Okay? Which is still a significant. If you can get a shitload of those $7 out of the door, let's say 100,000 units, right, of shitty ones. If you can get $100,000 of shitty ones out for $5 a piece, you still had to cover it. That's enough for you to buy 2 houses. Or you can go get you a slave chain and a Bentley. No. Y'all see that dumb motherfucker down in Florida today? Florida, shout out to y'all. Y'all the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. I lived down there before, got fam down there. Fuck y'all if you got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling the truth. It ain't necessarily you. It's certain individuals in Florida that come down there. A lot of times they ain't even from Florida. They from fucking Atlanta or Alabama or Mississippi and come down there on the con game. You know what I'm saying? And when they come down there on the con game, shout out Memphis. Y'all go down there too. When they go down there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Duct Tape down there too. You know what I'm saying? And in Atlanta. You heard me? For real. Duct Tape. Yo. Oh, and Papa. Yo, the point I'm getting at is, if you're going to lose money at a rapid pace, you're going to stop investing money. You understand what I'm saying? I saw this happen with Puff. If you notice, when tell me if y'all remember this, it was a point when Puff was throwing out these $1 million videos with Jay-Z. Don't slide by me like that, my nigga. Don't slide by me like that. Niggas slowing down and looking and shit. Like, don't be slowing down on me like that, nigga. I jump in that car before you pull out whatever you got. I be having to do that. That's just New York in me. I don't know. That's just me. Don't be pulling up on me like that. So anyway, long story short, the money was lost when they got rid of the physical CD. And I don't care if anybody argues. They started on iTunes as $1 and it's depreciated since. And you got people like Pharrell and everybody else that left even the digital platforms. Jay-Z's just sold fucking Tidal because it's gonna be so many of them out there that's gonna depreciate even more. See, if you don't get what I'm saying, each time they pop up a streaming platform and somebody wants to license the fucking music, that's why I told you real money might license it. That's where the money's at now. You know what I mean? Licensing, acquisitions, and the other one would be. Now I say I can't give y'all that one because that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? If I give that out, that's my plan. So I can't give y'all that one for free. You know what I'm saying? It's Cash App $ Stringer Bell 80. If any of my information tonight is worthy of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm begging y'all. Help me, I'm poor. The shit people say to me, that's what I'm making fun of. I done had it all said to me, but it don't bother me. Because now I'm going to win. And this shit right here, the story, nigga, this is this real authentic story, nigga. Like, fuck are you talking about? You know how many people want to grab all of this? And I know, man, stop. Anyway, I can see right here it get views. So I know in a wide sense it will. It's amazing to me how these record companies now with executives and some black executives, many black executives that find themselves involved in it because they have no other choice in many times. In other words, contractually, because they're obligated means that their decisions are now also obligated. You don't know what I mean by obligated? Meaning that your vote is already spoken for, Jasper. You know what I'm saying? Willie Will. Little such and such. Your motherfucking vote was put in when you signed the contract. And that's what these little motherfuckers don't get. When you sign that contract, you obligationally give your yes to many of things, even many things you may have not agreed with at a certain point in time. You now become obligated because of either debt you have, either fucking things that you rented or you've leased. You know, I got to keep a lifestyle beyond these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Where you would be more worthy and more safe if you, in most cases, if you went into the neighborhoods and you actually helped. You know, but most people, they don't want to do that. Most people, they want to get what they get the money, and get the fuck away from people, which is a very dangerous way to take things, but people do it. And shout out to them monkey wrench motherfuckers that do so. Try not to be a monkey wrench motherfucker, running around getting the slave chain, telling everybody, I got it, nigga, I got it. It was just a pandemic, nigga. Niggas will rob you. Niggas will run up in your home, all kinds of shit. Look here. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Niggas ran up in the French Montana's house out there in Calabasas one time, and then somewhere else another time, twice. You do not show these niggas if you got anything. That's your primary problem. Y'all let the motherfucking police know. Y'all got to dumb it down. Y'all dumb it down, y'all be all right. I'm talking to old, young, and in the middle, because all y'all niggas still out here hustling. I know some grandpappies hustling. Literal grandpappies. The young grandpappies, 35, you know what I'm saying, 37, 38, but the grandpappies. Y'all know some of these motherfuckers too. Some of these motherfuckers might be your daddy if you watch it. You know what I'm saying? Cousin, uncle, somebody. You know, let's be honest here. You know what I'm saying? We all got them. I don't care if you graduated cum laude and Bartholomew Bartholomew. You know, I can talk like that too. In the perturbed kings. All that shit. I hate talking like that. Everybody here talks like that. That's the only thing I hate about Connecticut. Connecticut, you love it and you hate it. It's the most fucking educated state, I think, in the union outside of California, right? But Yale University is here. It's literally like a fucking hour from me. With it being so intelligent, it's also obnoxious and oblivious to a lot of shit a lot of times. So, you know, but it's very clean, and most of the people here are nice. And among the assholes and the pure, sure whiteness of the town. Oh, it's white, old school white. If you don't, I mean, hold on. Hoi toy. Over 7 days a week. You know, so it's white, old school white. You know what I mean? But no, some real shit. Diana Ross lived 15 minutes from here. I swear to fucking God. Diana Ross. You see her and Tracy Elderfrost walking around sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But that's a fact. They live 15 minutes away from here. So did Eartha Kitt. She died out here. If y'all remember Eartha Kitt, she died out here. 15 minutes away from here. I'm not going to tell y'all exactly where, but yeah, 15 minutes away from here. 15 minutes. And if those that know where I'm at, they know I'm telling the truth. I don't never lie. I don't like lying. That's why they always call me professional, because I ain't no fucking liar. I'm many of things. I'm procrastinated at one time in life and a couple other things, but I ain't never been a fucking liar. Motherfuckers don't like me because I'm so truthful. I'm one of those weird motherfuckers to tell you, if you ever had a cousin, somebody like that, like, I'm to get back to the premise, but, you know, I'll tell you straight up, yo, I don't like you. Like, yo, I don't fuck with you like that. Like, you know what I mean? And it sounds obnoxious, but I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to hurt anyone, but it has worked against me at times. You know what I'm saying? So I know that. So I'm subtle with it now. But the intensity is still there. Please believe that. Internally, the intention is there to be nice or whatever, but also internally, the intention is there to be like, yo, fuck you. You know what I mean? If I really mean it like that. And I would go beyond to prove that. But let's get back to the premise. These record companies are going broke. And the more and more artists they sign, the more and more artists say, oh, I got to pay out to sign. So they started offering these fucking deals at one point, which I know who introduced it. I ain't gonna say too much, but everybody blames Leor, but it really wasn't Leor. I don't think Leor knew what all was entailed to the degree that it was and how long it would be at the time that it was introduced to him. But that's not to say that Leor didn't have any involvement. I'm speaking of Leo Cohen. That doesn't mean that he didn't have any involvement. You know what I'm saying? That just means that I saw it happen with a lot of these guys that were initiating things, plans, marketing plans, and everything. And I would look at it after it was done, because I never knew most of the time what it was before. What's the marketing plan for Shine? Or what's the marketing plan for RP? Or what's the marketing plan for this artist, that artist? You never really knew how it was going to be executed, because that was an inside thing with Puff. You know what I'm saying? That would be Puff, Prez, Malcolm, James Cruz, definitely. Probably, what's the name was up in there? That's what his whole presence was there anyway. Andre Harrell, who I saw many times around the office, and I regret the fact that I never got to speak to him. I never got to speak to him. That was my reluctance. I done met everybody, talked to everybody, had drinks with niggas, partied with niggas, rich motherfuckers, and I never, ever, with him right in front of my fucking face, got to talk to Andre Harrell. That's the only regret I have for the music industry. There's a couple people in the music industry after I saw him from afar, I didn't even want to fucking meet him. I said, oh, he's a fucking flake. Y'all have to understand, I come from, I guess what would be considered the last batch. Well, I'm young, but, you know, it's like I come from, like, literally last branch of real motherfuckers that really did that shit. Like, we stood on the block in the cold. We shot at people. We ran up into people's crib. We did all kinds of crazy shit that these motherfuckers rap about. I really lived that shit. I have news articles to prove it, you know, like with my name attached to it. He did this. I made the front page of fucking paper, you know. I'm not lying. And I did all this before I was with Bad Boy, you know. So not saying I'm some tough guy or something like that, but I ran with like 23, 24 guys, you know. We weren't no fucking small potatoes. We made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's the truth. That's the fucking truth. If not close to $1 million, we made hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's a damn. Niggas caught niggas with the shit that niggas is riding around with right now. Used, these used BMWs, it's 2013, 2000. Listen, I've been around Mazzies, Lambos, in them, out of them. Got pictures in them, out of them. I'll post some more up in the community section for y'all, because I got shitloads of pictures. That's why everybody love me. I was taking pictures on the disposable shits back in the day. So I got pictures that them niggas ain't even got. Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? So, the real moments anyway. Like, I got pictures with Shine on stage, first time. I wish I would have took more pictures at the Whoa video set. You know what I'm saying? That upset me. But I got pictures of that. I got pictures with the girl with the things on her breast. They put blurs on her breast in the video. I got the actual picture with her without it at the video set at the club. I think we was at what was we at? We was at, not Exit, we was at Limelight. It was either Limelight. It was one of Peter Gatien clubs. I know that motherfucking much. Peter Gatien got deported. Used to own the Tunnel. It was one of his clubs. I know it wasn't Exit, because Exit was up in the 50s and we was down in the 20s. So I think it was either Speed or the other one, Limelight. It was one of two. But anyway, regardless of that, the record companies themselves are in tatters. And they're doing everything from selling off catalogs to signing artists and the longevity deals that amount to almost nothing but pennies on a dollar. I mean, at the going rate, these guys can't tour. They haven't been able to tour for months. So at the going rate that you have things now, right now at this moment, what happens is they're losing a lot of money. And so they're doing all these corny virtual concerts, versus shit, and all that crap. And I see right through that shit like a ton of fucking bricks. I saw it when they did the first one. I was like, oh, they going to that. You got to do something for free now, huh? You should have gave us some fucking money. You're just losing it anyway. You might as well get some of it out. A lot of y'all down to y'all hundreds of thousands now. Don't want to tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? How's that $4,000 a month mortgage now, buddy? You ain't pay attention 30 years, motherfucker. The only thing you had to do is just pay it out in cash. Now, you'd rather go buy a fucking Bentley that costs as much as the fucking house. Give them the $500,000, not the fucking car. The car depreciates you. They're fucking dodos, I swear to God. They're fucking dodos. And you know why? Because none of these old motherfuckers over 35 through 55 that's still in the business did anything to rear these motherfuckers. They used them as machines and taught them how to fucking make money. That's all you did. And then you left them as prisoners to run the prison. Look what you got now. The prison has been taken over now. So you're gonna rush into the prison with me and a couple other guys that I know that are online and offline and try to restore the prison back in order, metaphorically speaking. Are you scared? Because the only thing I see nowadays, and I'm gonna speak against the men for a minute. Yes, I said against the men. Y'all motherfuckers, because of all these women in the race, y'all done became some of the punks ass motherfuckers in the world. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, yes, I do blame some of y'all, your girlfriends, your aunties, or whatever. And I think in most cases, y'all accidentally did it. But you did a good goddamn job that you could. And I respect you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama was a single mama 4 times. You know what I mean? So, let's not get that fucked up. That's my truth, you know? Yeah, I had a dad. My mom was a single mom for a minute. My dad wasn't, you know, Papa was a rolling stone. Oh, they go a hop. You know? I'm sorry. Anyway, listen, right? All right, I keep it a buck with y'all. I have a half brother, right? Looks very similar to me. And he lived in Colorado last time I knew. I'm not gonna tell you his name because somebody touch him. It's the whole family, everybody, babies, everybody. You touch him. And let's get off that. The point I'm getting at is, guys, the music business may not be the venture that you want to take necessarily nowadays, and you might try to look at other avenues. It's pennies on the dollar now. And these record companies, they know it. They're going to try to lowball you as you walk in the door. They'll tell you your worth is $200,000, $300,000, really your worth. And don't base it by followers. This is the next game they're going to run on you. They're going to try to deduce the value of the follower. Okay? Now, this is some real game. I'm trying to tell y'all, and don't y'all wait until y'all hear it 10 months from now, 5 months from now, and be like, damn, he did say that. Pay attention. In about, I say anywhere close to a year to 2 years, they're going to start deducing the value of a follower. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they're going to say. And I understand why they're going to say it. And it's projectionally, but it's to save the money, the company, the execs. Not DJ such and such or homie flex that brought you over there to him. Them niggas is no more better than a nigga showing you where the store is and you going in to deal with the vendor. Okay? That's what that nigga is. Now, once you get to the cookie shop, remember this, because they're gonna try to play you and knead you like dough. That's what I mean. Once you get to the cookie shop, you gonna get in there and they gonna try to lowball you. And if you ain't got an attorney with you, they're gonna really try to lowball you. But what they're gonna tell you is the value of your follower ain't worth much. This is what's gonna happen. And they're gonna tell you the value of your follower is not gonna worth as much as you think it is, because only a third of it is actually translated into actual sales. And with it only being translated into actual sales, where you have 1.2 million followers, that means it translated into actually only about 400,000 to 500,000 of them, or maybe less, is actually purchasing something from you. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be a single or full album. That's the scale they're looking at. Now, out of that 300, 400, 500,000, there's another divide. Now, that divide is the actual numbers. There's projected numbers, then there's your actual numbers that come after your sales have been tallied up, rounded up by IRAA, all them motherfuckers. Them crooked motherfuckers. Y'all pointing in the wrong directions. Oh, I ain't have time the other day. I got time today, cuz. All right, so y'all pay no attention to me. I'm about nuts to them motherfucker. Them devils made me like that. And the streets, you know. But I'm very smart, trust me. So, with the value being deduced from the follower, what's going to happen is they're now going to start trying to lowball you even more. And you're not going to know that your worth is actually this. And the only people that are going to find out their worth is whatever, is if they're not contractually obligated in durations of time. Meaning that some people get signed, and let me tell you, back in the day, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say, and if you say anything different, you fucking lying. Niggas used to sign niggas. I ain't calling no names specifically, but niggas used to sign niggas just so they could shelf them. This is a fact. This was a practice on many niggas. That were especially the gangster niggas. The niggas would sign these niggas, be like, yo, that nigga ain't never coming out. That nigga ain't never coming out. And if he come out, he gotta buy his way out. So nigga, now basically you gotta pay back your advance and some to even get a compilation album done. Well, it's me and DJ such and such. We changed the name. What's the name? Well, it was Lil Such and Such. Now it's Lil Such and Such in the 5. You know what I'm saying? Some shit. All the little tricks niggas be doing. Oh shit. What this little motherfucker? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? It's Cash App Stringer Bell 80, man. If y'all care about anything that I'm saying. You know what I mean? I ain't gaming y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth. Y'all prepared to listen. That's all you. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out. Let me tell you something. You think the world has changed. But for a 55 to 60-year-old white man, he knows that he has the motherfucking puppet strings right in his hand. And have you ever thought to yourself, well, you think you're winning, maybe it might be actually what they want you to do. Nobody's ever thought of that, huh? Maybe what you're doing in it, because what's happening socially, I'm just going to go left for a minute and just follow me here, because it's going to go back to this. And this is why the whole fucking music industry is not worth any fucking more. Okay, so one of the big fucking problems is, with the music industry now, it's now integrated with the internet. It is so dependent on the internet, and this is why I said you had the elimination of physical disc. If they brought back the disc and they can make it popular in some retro form or whatever, you would start seeing the money again. But they can't do that. That's why vinyl has made a comeback. Vinyl has made a substantial comeback. You know what I mean? Especially during the pandemic. You can look that up if you want to. Vinyl records, yes, I did say that. That's where the money's at. Vinyl records, especially the older they are. You got some old records laying around from Auntie with some Earth, Wind & Fire, Patti LaBelle, some shit like that. Check them out at your local record store. They might be fucking worth something. I've seen guys stand on the street and sell vinyls for $120, $150, depending on what the fuck it is. A Tina Turner that ain't open, shit like that. So just to let y'all know, so you might be sitting on a fucking gold mine. These guys, previously that were in the industry, one of the fucking problems was with these guys were they were so cunning. And they were cunning because of the fact that I'm going to get to the point. They were cunning because of the fact that they were coming from the streets, most of them. And most of them didn't have really a hardcore education. I say before and I'll say again, most of these motherfuckers that I was around, I'm not going to be saying any particular place, but around in general, they didn't grow up as good as me, and I know they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's not being fucking cocky or nothing, but you fucking grow up like me. You know what I mean? That don't mean we can't be friends. I don't got in the hood all the time. My uncles, all them, they was crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, y'all don't even know, man. I hang out, that was in their younger years and after military, and then, you know, these guys came from the streets, and they came in with just like the word would suggest, a notorious attitude. And that attitude was to dominate the industry, and I get it. But somewhere along the way, niggas lost vision. And they started letting that motherfucking money talk to them. That motherfucking money is a motherfucker you get in your hand. Trust me. You get that money in your hand, let me tell you, we wouldn't even make as much money as them niggas were. The artists, Puff, any of them niggas. But if you was around at that time, you would see, no matter where they was at, we was at. When niggas had Fountain Blue, we had Fountain Blue. They had King of Diamonds, we had King of Diamonds. They had Dream, we had Dream. They had Cass, we had Cass. You know what I'm saying? The list go on. Wherever part of the country we in as far as with Bad Boy Entertainment, I will say that. I stayed in the finest of places. First time I found out what the fuck a bouvet was with Puff when he put us up in a hotel in motherfucking Miami. That shit had my own. It was a suite. Had a bouvet. I ain't never seen no shit like that. And I grew up pretty fucking good. We had no fucking bouvet. We did have saunas and pools, a golf course around the corporate apartments my mother lived in. You know what I'm saying? We did have that. We did have that. I will say that. A fireplace in the crib. I had my own bathroom in my room. You know? I wasn't spoiled. This is my mom was trying to spoil me. As y'all mamas do nowadays, so don't judge me, motherfucker. I see the same thing. These bougie, I was never bougie. I was living in the suburbs, but still hanging in the hood. It did run into my fuck it. Run into my grandfather. Over John Martin's house. John Martin used to have a little liquor spot, gambling spot / hooker spot. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather wasn't into that, but he was definitely into gambling. He had the money to do it too, so shit. My grandfather was a mortician. It was always business. Fucked up as that sound, I guess that's how it translated for him. You know? R.I.P. to him too. Robert Lewis. R.I.P. Butters. That's what he used to call my grandfather, Butters. Had a reason for that. These record company people don't care about y'all, man. And the motherfuckers that feed them to you, and the reason I mentioned these motherfuckers, these notorious motherfuckers, is motherfuckers feed them to you look like you. And that's the shit y'all don't get. Y'all keep blaming white folks. Yeah, white folks signed the deal. Yeah, white folks. But who brought them to the white folks? Oh, it was big such and such. You know what I mean? Big such and such brought little such and such to Mouse. Mouse. And you tell him what you want, boy. He gonna make it happen for you, all right? You be happy now and smile. So back in the day, this would have been a black slave catcher, right? That would have been a black slave catcher. That would have been equivalent to that for me. That would have been a black slave catcher. What about y'all? That would have been you have to start looking in this new decade at your own. There are people within the culture that even smile at you, and you think are the most wonderful people. And I can assure you, I've been around industry motherfuckers for 17 years of my life, and they are all not nice. I've watched them motherfucking 5 minutes earlier cussing out everybody, and then turn around the camera and smile brighter than a motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga is a fucking magician. That was hocus pocus hiffle whiffle do, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, let me sprinkle you, you know? Crazy. I've seen that so many times. More frequently from the women artists. I can tell you a couple women artists I don't like, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But one KH, I definitely don't like her ass. She was over at Interscope, KH. I don't like her. She's a nasty motherfucker. That's why she ain't shit now. You got everything you deserve, you mean, evil motherfucker. I said, if you like that right there and what you think is confinement, I can assure you your motherfucking ass is like that in motherfucking house, home, whatever. I can assure you you treat everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain people that just, women and men, because I've seen men like that too. Old diva ass, whole nigga. You know what I'm saying? They just be calling me a pretty boy and all that shit, nigga. I can't help my DNA, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't have Latino, I have black. I can't help shit. You know what I'm saying? I speak Spanish. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? I've always been around black niggas. Like, what the fuck? This is who I am, you know? So, yeah, put all that Spanish shit aside. You know what I'm saying? I speak Spanish. And salud la gente, entonces saben claro que sí. But right now, nah. Y'all gotta stop blaming just white folks. White folks got a part in some parts, yes they do. Who the fuck's gonna deny that? But y'all gotta start looking at the motherfuckers that's bringing them to the white folks. That's where your answer is. And I'm trying to tell y'all this, y'all better listen to me. Because 5 years from now, y'all gonna be talking the same thing. Y'all mutter it right now. Y'all little mutters. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just don't get the connection. You gotta start looking at your own. I go into character with one of my characters from my comedy, Buddy Claiborne.
What you gotta start doing is you gotta start looking, nigga. If you ain't looking for anything, you ain't gonna find nothing. You know what I mean? Now I told Cecil the same damn thing, and I'm telling you same damn thing. Look for the motherfucker that's around you. Used to be a song by Nas. You gotta watch them niggas that be close to you and make sure they do what they supposed to do. Cause you know they be thinking about smoking you. Never personal nowadays, it's the ways. If you don't know that song, go look that song up. It's with Nas and AZ. Classic album. You know what I'm saying? And any of y'all new to Nas, go listen to Nas old shit. Don't listen to that shit they got up there. That's one thing I agree with Homeboy on Doggy Diamond's channel. Even though that nigga was like that Hizzle the Wizzle shit. I don't like all that Hizzle the Wizzle shit. Nigga, tell them niggas the truth. Dude. You know something, tell them. I'm telling y'all game for free, man. Y'all should be, like y'all lighten up this. The shit I'm giving y'all right now, I should be charging. I'll give you a crash course of this shit. Because I'm about to re-release my music. I had a little hiccup. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to be, but we're not only going to put it out again, you know what I'm saying? And if you say that's corny, let me assure you some things. Black Rob Woe had been out for 2 years prior to its success. Bobby Shmurda and them niggas had been out for a year prior to their success of somebody finding that song. And numerous other artists I can mention. Who else? G Dep, a couple other ones that were just in I can't. You know what I'm saying? So that formula always works. Yeah. There's always, if 10,000 people heard it before, there's always 10 million that haven't. That's a mentality you gotta keep. I learned that from my boss. If you can get 10 motherfuckers, you can get 1,000. Excuse me, 100. You get 100 motherfuckers, you get 1,000. You can get 1,000, you damn sure can get 10. If you can get 10, you damn sure get 100,000. And it might not happen tomorrow, but it'll happen. You just got to be consistent. Right, Sean Perez, if you see this. He's the one that told me I should be doing this shit a long time ago, getting on the radio at that time. Him, my man Billy Bang. Shout out to Billy Bang. Niggas don't mention that nigga name enough, man. Billy Bang was definitely an intricate part in the comedy series. That's why I'm in the comedy. Because the bad boys of comedy. Nigga, I'm following the program. If I had the money, I am like the young Puff, young Jay-Z, young version of them niggas, man. We were all supposed to be the second tier niggas anyway. Some type of hiccup happened. I don't know what. Still trying to fix it, Puff. Still trying to fix it. You should have us overseeing, but since we've been with you so long, you should have had us overseeing all them new niggas you hired. Here, nigga, this is your job now. Just walk around this motherfucking office and make sure these niggas doing what they supposed to be doing. You know the protocol. You know, trust some new niggas and then fire them every 2 years. Nah, nigga. Now, I know you keep Groovy Lou and all them niggas around you. Groovy's a good fucking dude, man. I implement my whole fucking style shit after Groovy Lou. I didn't shout it out, Groovy Lou. If you don't know who Groovy Lou is, look that shit up. You talking about style. Him and Puff's baby mom, Misa Hilton, they got a clothing line now. Y'all should check it out. You know what I'm saying? I had to get up for a minute. My legs hurt. I'm tall. I'm still rocking with y'all, though. The appreciated value of the music industry now is something to be laughed at, you know? And these motherfuckers want to keep the imagery up that has not been depreciated when it actually has, and it will continue as such until the monetary value on it is zilch. It's only pennies on the fucking dollar. The fuck would I bust my ass and pay fucking $2 million out front for a fucking campaign that's only worth probably like $900,000? Well, I could have took that same $2 million and put it in the fucking cannabis industry or fucking stocks or something. Something more tangible than that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great idea, you know, and me just mentioning, yeah, I'm re-releasing my music. Yeah, that's because I need the money and I need to offer a product. You know what I'm saying? And it was somebody in the music industry that told me this. It's like, yo, you just need to offer a product. You know what I'm saying? Then niggas won't be saying that. I'm supposed to sink or swim right now. This is my test, you know? So I made a sacrifice. Again. Hope y'all caught that. Let me tell y'all something, man. The music industry is not what y'all think it is. Y'all gonna go into this shit and y'all gonna go in it backwards. You're gonna think you got a hot shit. You're 27, 25, 22, 18, 19. My mom and pop got this. They've been through this, unless your mom and pop's name is Puff or any of the people I mentioned, or female, or Queen Latifah or some shit that been in the game a long time. And they just some motherfuckers that know the skirmishes. Skirmishes. If I bake cookies, right? If I had baked cookies and I had a cookie shop, and I've been baking cookies for 17 years. When you come to my cookie shop first, some people don't want to go to other people's, motherfucking cookie shop. They want to go to the main cookie shop, master cookie shop, get that white macadamia. Only a couple niggas gonna get that, I know. I know. Only a couple niggas gonna get that. The music industry has been tangible for so long throughout history, from the, we can say the 40s on up monetarily, that, and I even go further back than that, actually it's the 20s, because we got to do with the swing era and everything like that, but monetarily through 3 companies. That was ABC, NBC, and CBS. All of them started out, and I learned this in college, all of them actually started out as media companies, small trinkets of media companies, but radio broadcasting was specifically them at first. And so here's something for you that I learned in college I'll give to y'all and show y'all how this works as far as what's called vertical integration and synergy. You should know this because it'll be complicit with your contractual obligation that you sign up for this shit. All right? So y'all ready? Okay, so NBC, actually beforehand it was ABC and only NBC. ABC and NBC. ABC and NBC did radio. And primarily they covered World War I and then into World War II as well. And they covered it from the basically telegraphs that they were getting back from other reporters that were planted there, both to take pictures and to send back, dictation of what was happening, and then be translated verbally. So, wait with me. I'm trying to give you the clear version, not the speed version. Y'all get the speed versions all the time, and that's why y'all get confused. Listen to what I'm saying. And one of you motherfuckers is gonna come tycoon out of this shit. Trust me on this. I've been dying to tell it. It's always just one more nigga. You know what I'm saying? Is that one? You know what I mean? They get exactly what I'm saying. But that's what I was missing. So listen. ABC, excuse me, and NBC, they matriculated into doing television. Okay? Shortly after Thomas Edison or whatever. But they were doing television syndication and production. Okay? Now, they translated it from that, and they started creating record companies. Based off the music they were once playing, swing music would play for an hour or two on the radio, and families would gather around the radio and listen to the music and, dance or do a jig, the Irish jig, that's where that word comes from. Or, whatever the hell it may mean. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually Irish, slave hands mostly. You didn't get too many Irish slave owners. It's always Irish slave hands that helped out on the plantation, whether it be, riding around. If you ever seen Django Unchained, those guys that when they got the Calvin Candy's plantation, they were riding around. It was like, all right, niggas don't walk around here, they run. Those things, that's what the Irish would end up being. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other indentured servants that served on the motherfucker. If somebody want to tell a slave story, the bomb shit you would get, and somebody wants to work with me on this, I would love it. Help me develop a script, right? And we got to find a specific story talking about some white indentured servants. Everybody does these black, and I'm sorry to get off here for a minute. I'm going to get back in a minute to that. Everybody does these black versions of slave movies or whatever, and that's great, but we know the fucking story. We have TV stories, Roots, everything else. Why does somebody do it about some white indentured servants within some African, now American servitude? I'd like to see that on depiction on TV or on a movie. I'd rather see it on a television. Like there was another one that came out a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, a couple years ago. It was called Jesus Christ, I forgot what they had. Journey, that girl, Journey, whatever. It'll come to my mind in a minute. But it was a great show. It came on one of the Fox networks. And it was about a slave plantation. It was modern, too. And they were slick. Like, the mom ended up poisoning and choking out the master. And she was hitting him off at first. So he was kind of confused about it. What is the hell is the name? What was the name of that show? And it's gonna come to my mind in a minute or whatever. Back to what I was saying, guys. The original premise of what I was saying here. Once they matriculated into record sales and developing record companies, what happened was you started getting all these subsidiary companies now becoming prime. And then that's shortly after that, so CBS came into the fray and a couple other record companies. Now, CBS Records, if y'all don't know, CBS Records is actually where Clive Davis was working at during the late 60s and 70s. Now, this is where Clive, a lot of y'all like to talk about Clive Davis, but don't know this. Clive Davis was actually brought up on charges and brought to court because it was accused that this motherfucker was giving all kinds of artists drugs and kickbacks and all kinds of other shit like that. Now, if you don't believe me, I actually have the story on this page. You'll have to scroll a little bit, but it's there. And if you feel free to, you can Google it and just say CBS Records and Clive Davis. I guarantee you to come up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt in my mind. They put it as archive footage, or you'll find it in a resuscitated articles here and there. But because he's good, you know, once you get to Clive Davis height and other people like that's height, whether they be white or black CEOs, like Dick Parsons at one time was president of Time Warner, you know what I mean? In fact, he was the president around the time, like I told y'all before, around 2005 when Puff sold a value of the catalog to Time Warner. And that's where all the hits are, really. That's why a lot of these niggas ain't getting no money, and that's why you got so many goddamn businesses. You ain't making no money off that music, boy. And you know. How many artists on Bad Boy Entertainment right now? You see what I'm saying? French running out of duration of a contract, or maybe the last album was the last obligational one from Interscope. He still owed one more before we left him over there. Now tell me I'm lying. And as far as I know, he ain't signed to Epic. Or does he have a deal with Epic? He might, I don't know. Ain't no money in the music industry. It's a lot of money that comes from products of the music industry. But those three companies that are television stations, as you know them, are the introduction of record companies in this country. And later on, they valued themselves in getting involved in vertical integration and synergy. Now, vertical integration is basically when you have one company under one branch, but they make up a mockery of different products. You know what I mean? But they're all under one umbrella. So that means if you see Fox, you'll see Fox and see Fox Movies, Fox TV, Fox Sports, Fox Shows, all under one umbrella. And that's what they advanced for. Now with synergy is a little bit different, where you have a makeup of the same thing, kind of, but basically you have extensions of that. So it'll be companies within the company that'll have different names, but there's subsidiary deals, they would call them. You know what I'm saying? So you have a branch company, and then they have another record company under them they got to deal with, and then that record company itself, this is another way a lot of artists go broke, because the artist won't necessarily be signed to the record label. They'll be signed to the subsidiary that the record label is distributing. You see what I'm saying? So now it's responsibility not of the parent, unless the parent company has it written in a contractual agreement, but it's now the responsibility of the smaller label, whoever that may be, an artist started label or the defunct or whatever. It's not their responsibility to pay you. You see? And if they don't pay you, then you got to take them to court, and that might cost you more than what they owe you. And trust me, there's a technique. I'm going to let y'all know this right now. So y'all know this too, because you're going to go to court. Oh, that's going to happen. You're going to get sued a couple times. If you ain't bet on shit else, bet on that. You're going to get sued. Every about 2-3 months, you'll probably get sued. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's nothing. Most of them will be just bogus claims. He stole my song. You're going to pay a couple $10,000, you know, here and there. Yeah, so have some money on retainer for a lawyer. Entertainment lawyer and a criminal lawyer. These girls that say you raped them and all that shit. Guys, don't be inviting any other girls. Oh, y'all all come back to the hotel. You don't know who the fuck you inviting back here, nigga. You in a city you don't know. That's a setup chick right there. She was sent out there to look for you. Dumb motherfucker. Synergy
and vertical integration are two vehicles that actually keep companies going. If we can get a black and Latino company to do the same thing, you can work wonders. But you have to start working together. I only got 15% of my battery left, so I'm going to leave y'all with the best I can. And once again, it's Cash App, STRINGERBELL80. Links are in the description. Also, PayPal if y'all appreciate any information. If you want me to continue on talking like this, it's up to y'all. One of the main benefits, one of the problems at the same time of the music industry is it gives an outlet to people to get the music out and get it heard by millions, possibly 15 million, 58 million, whatever views on YouTube. But if that shit doesn't translate to no fucking money, then it's just worthless. Even fucking Lady Gaga, who made millions, is even fucking filming a film. She's filming a film right now in Italy. Look it up. I knew that from fucking... Never mind. Listen, regardless of what you want to do, when you sign those contracts, remember all the things that I told you right now. And remember that these guys are not your fucking friend. You're in a business negotiation. It's contractual. And at the end of that business duration, your contract is not fucking null and void. Kick rocks, go somewhere else. Start your own shit. Hire some people to look like you. But guys, I'm gonna tell you like this. Oh, I see a lot of guys walking around me mugging. Y'all listen to fucking music, got a certain vibe to it. I understand it. It was Mobb Deep and Woo and a couple other people for us, so I don't blame too many people. But at the same time, the shit that Woo and all them had in there, they had some gems in there. Most of the music I hear from y'all niggas is just fucking violent. You know what I mean? And it's like false violent. Yeah, there's some niggas that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them Chicago niggas. They put you down. You know what I mean? Florida boys, New York boys too. But, you know what I'm saying? I be around some of the killers. So I know. Been around them a long time too. You know what I'm saying? It's apparent that there's a disdain. And I think that's because of a lot of fathers that were locked up in the 90s. And we're not taking a look at that. There were a lot of men of color locked up in the 90s. There were movies made behind men of color getting locked up. And if you ask me and you look at the numbers of black men incarcerated and Latin men incarcerated. Anybody remember the movie American Me? If you haven't seen that, go watch it. I guarantee you learn something out of it. You'll see that things have not changed. It's a rerun. It's a fucking rerun. I swear to God to you, it's a rerun. I've seen this shit before. That's what I'm telling you. And maybe that's why I'm good at projecting it. I'm not too old. You know what I mean? Had I been 10 years, 15 years old, I wouldn't understand this, but I understand this. I share part of it. You guys have got to understand it's a world now where they're trying to eliminate you, gentlemen. And if you don't see nothing from that Floyd Mayweather shit yesterday, that was intentional. That's the thing about it. He said, he said he was going to do it. I got the clip. He said he was going to do it, but I didn't really think he was going to do it. Yes, you did, motherfucker. You knew exactly what he was going to do. That's why you was on the other end, because you're actually the title. That's why you was on the other end of the press junket circuit right there when your brother was talking to him. And your brother walked up to him and said, yo, so you say you fight both of us? Yeah, motherfucker, I fight both of y'all. And he said it like a gentleman. And he kept his composure until that motherfucker grabbed his hat. And I was so upset that so many news outlets removed that. But what it goes to tell you is, if a white man can grab your motherfucking hat off and have news outlets just based on the fact that he's white, edit that portion of it and make motherfucking Floyd Mayweather the champ look like the perpetrator, then you should understand what happens with the common black man every day. I go through it every day, G. I have white people actually try to set me up. I've had black people try to set me up so they can get amusement or get prestige from me based on the fact that they try to put me in some type of situation. I've had people try to walk into me on purpose. I've had people bump into me on purpose, all kinds of shit like that. And like I say with black people, they look at me and they look at me like, okay, he's one of us, but he, you know. And then like white people, it'll be like, he looks like a threat. And then with Spanish people, it's like, I've had Spanish people walk right up to me and just automatically start speaking Spanish. I speak Spanish back to them. I speak Spanish for real. Like, so it's not a problem. I translate it for people, everything else. I read Spanish too. So it's not a problem for me. I fucking did that before, right?
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, with Spanish people, it's always about negrito and negrita versus I'm blanco. And I don't like that shit. And they bring it from the island. They really do. They bring it from the fucking island. The ones now, I've said this before, I'll say it to you again. The immigrants that you had coming here years ago are not the same immigrants you're getting now. The immigrants you're getting now are violent. They're very, 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 very focused on making money when they get here quick. And when they get here, they want to start looking down upon the new immigrants that's coming right behind them. This is how it goes. And if you notice, they're taking your music. There's so much Latin freestyle. I mean, excuse me, I said Latin freestyle. There's so much Latin rap and Latin pop out right now. It all mimics, even that K-pop shit from Korea, it all mimics black music. Those K-pop singers can't even do a song without it being some type of R&B shit or some type of high up-tempo pop. You know what I'm saying? We often forget that Justin Bieber is actually Usher's artist. That Lady Gaga is actually Akon's artist. You know, people forget that. So I'll say this, and I'll say this lastly. If you're going to get into the business, if you're going to do what you're going to do, if you're going to keep on moving and keep on thriving for the business, just remember this. There's only pennies on the dollar in this shit nowadays. That's it. Ain't no money. It's chump change, but all the money come from your tour, your sales, and all that shit y'all already know. And if you can't get that funneled out behind it, there ain't no money. That little advancement they're gonna give you, they're gonna give you pennies on the dollar. They're trying to get you cheap. You know what I'm saying? Who the cheapest hoe on the block? There's a whole bunch of hoes out here. I give me another hoe better than you, fucking $10,000 less. That's what they're gonna tell you. You know? So you gotta be on point. You gotta be involved with your whole career to a point in a trajectory that we never had to. We never had to. You had handlers for that. Now you don't. You had guys for that. It's a shame, because it should be different. I want you guys to see something. Isn't that beautiful? It's one of the towers here. All this stuff is new. Like literally all these constructions are new. They're always doing some type of construction here, trying to build up the place or whatever. It's a little park where you can't, I don't know how well you can hear. Let me shut up. There's a whole bunch of birds over here, trust me. They're loud as fuck, but they're down deeper in there. But I can hear them. There's mallards and shit like that, whatever, over there too. The music business now is a joke. Look at it as a joke and take it for what it is. A depleting business that sooner or later will collapse on itself. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, all right? They've tried to shut guys up like me for years. You know, you best believe that. They've always tried to shut guys like me the fuck up. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me check something out. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure the messages were on in case y'all wanted to ask something or something like that. But, you know, RP to Black Rob. You saw how he ended up. I was there for 17 years. I was not an artist of Bad Boy Entertainment, but I've recorded via Bad Boy Entertainment at Daddy's House Recording Studio with numerous different what's the names, including the song I'm about to release to you guys. It was recorded at Daddy's house. Shout out to Flo. You know what I mean? We got a bunch of songs I did with Flo. Whole bunch of them. So we're gonna see what we could do to revamp them and fix them and bring them up to date. I love you guys, man. I really do. Especially all the people that just come through and anything like that and just say what's up. And I hope whatever I said to you guys, you take it with it, you know, grain of salt or whatever. But hopefully more so, I hope you pay attention to it. And if you're just joining in right now, go back to the beginning and watch this after I post this or whatever. And Cash App is there, $Stringer Bell 80. It's a link in the description box. Also, there's a link in the description box for PayPal if you don't like using Cash App. I just finally moved. I walked outside because we got roommates inside, so I couldn't do this inside. But
I'm feeling so much better. I got a set of keys around my neck. I got somewhere to stay or whatever. I'm fucked up, but it is what it is. And I pay you the rent. I paid rent and got a receipt. So I'm happy about that. I really am. All right, guys. We'll give you guys one more view of this freaking water, whatever. Like I said, it's Cash App $STRINGERBELL80. Y'all can find that there. And like I said, I'm always up to talk about a little bit more. But I don't talk about who killed Biggie and all that. I don't do all that shit. So you can forget that. That's the water, you guys. Isn't it beautiful? I think you can see this better from this angle because the light is literally hitting right off the water. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, I'll take you over to this side because I got to go on this side of the street anyway. If I hurry up, I'll make you walk up to the thing here. This is the other side here. I didn't see it. Yeah, I think I got time. Let me walk up to the crib so I can show y'all. I'll do a better version tomorrow, but I owe you guys that. So, don't worry, it's a short walk. Don't be flustered. The things I'm about to do. Now that I can sit down and think. I've been writing for the past 2 days. Just a little bit of everything. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up a little bit now because there's a lot of houses on here, but I'm going to talk very low, so you should be able to hear me. All right, I just don't want to be too loud. It's just like 4 in the morning here, I think. I'm going to talk about some relationship shit tomorrow, so I need y'all opinion on some shit. Not no Kevin Samuel shit. I'm just going to be talking. All right. There we go. This is a beautiful neighborhood. Y'all just stay with me for a second. I just don't want to be loud. It's early. I'm getting a little tired now. Here we are. Not too shabby, right? So I have to use this, and that opens up this. And this is my room. It's really more. This is messy. You see, that's what I do when I do it. Shit, I go buy food. Yeah. Homegirl looked out for me in donations and stuff. But I'm not doing what's in there. I washed today. That's why that's all up there. But it's messy. Like I was washing. That's why I have all these clothes. I know they're messy, but they're all washed. I just got to fold them, which I'm going to have to do. See, that's a whole bag of socks I did. And remember, I told you guys, I got This is what I want to tell you guys I got. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I don't care if it looks messy in here. I only been in here 3 days. I'm trying to get shit in order. I ain't got no TV in here now, so. But this is my little gimbal thing I got here. Oh, excuse me. But the thing I like about this is it's a tripod, so it's pretty dope. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna clean this mess up and go to sleep, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Oops. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, right? All the links in the description, all that stuff. Hope that what I said and tell y'all with me. Yeah, later.